why a triangle adds up to 180. So that was my first triangle. I have another one. Do you agree this is a completely different triangle than what I just showed you? Again, I could do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. And I can cut out the angles. Put them together in, it really should not matter what order you put them together in. And do you agree I still, again, have created a line? That will always work. Why will that always work? When you add up all angles of a triangle, you get 180, which is what we are going to be doing today. So the sum, remember sum means adding, of all angles of triangles is 180 degrees. Add them up, they equal 180. So if you can open your notes, we are going to do the top half of your notes first. Bless you. So this question says, find the value of x, y, and z. Example 1. Open up your notes to example 1, please. And what do we see? Do y'all see a triangle on the left side? Yes. To find x, what am I going to do to find, if I have two angles, how do I find the other angle? Say it again. Subtract those two by 180. I'm actually going to add them together. So what is 65 plus 39? 104. And then to find angle x, what am I going to do? 180 minus 104 is 76 degrees. So x is 76 degrees. What questions do I have about that? How do I find y? Say that louder. Why are you subtracting it from 180? Perfect. Do y'all all agree x and y are a linear pair? They're right next to each other. So I know they equal 180 together, so I'm going to subtract from 180. What is 76 minus 180? Yes. It is. We're going to come to that. That's our next section. But yes, we're going to talk about that in just a second. I want you to underline that 104, that 104, that 104, because that is exactly what Gabby is saying. And then last but not least, how do I find z? Do you agree I have a triangle on my right side over here? So I have 21 and 104. That is 21 plus 104 is 125. I subtract that from 180, and what is 180 minus 125? 55. So z is 55 degrees. You are going to be doing that a lot for the rest of the year. Adding them together, subtracting from 180. Adding them together, subtracting from 180 to find the missing side. Do I have any questions about that? What about example 2? Set them all equal to 180. So I'm going to do, or add them together first, then set them equal to 180. Last period, somebody asked me, Miss Olivares, do I really need to write all of that out? Can I just combine them? Sure, as long as you're combining them correctly. What do I get when I combine all these? and then solve. Can anybody tell me what 176 divided by 11 is?
16.
Okay. Please make sure on your homework that you are answering the question that I'm asking. Did I ask for X in this problem? Yeah, I did. So we did that. But we also need to find all the angles. How do I do that? Substitute in. I'm going to substitute in 16 for all of these X's. I'm plugging in 16. What is 3 times 16? What about 3 times 16 minus 10? Y'all okay with that so far? And then what's 5 times 16 plus 14? Please check to make sure these add up to 180 so you know you're on the right track. I would hate for you to do all of this and then you accidentally made one little error. Do they add up to 180? They do? Okay. So we still didn't answer all the questions. We found X, we find all the angles. Then it says to, how do we classify this? How do you know it's scaling? I don't have any sides. But I know if any of the sides were the same, wouldn't my angles be the same? So none of the angles are the same. It's scalene. It is obtuse. Why? 94 is bigger than 90, so that's an obtuse angle. So this is an obtuse scalene triangle. And we're done. Was that super difficult? But did it ask you to do kind of a lot? Solve for X, plug it in, and classify. Do you see how if you don't look at the question, you might have just stopped right here and moved on and missed a bunch of stuff? So please make sure you're answering the question. All right, number 3, I'm going to slide over. We're going to not do the bottom yet. So everybody got that down? Okay, slide over to example 3. It says the angles of a triangle are in the ratio of 2, 5, and 8. So I'm going to draw a triangle. And if I'm given a ratio, what does that mean? 2x, 5x, and 8x. So what do I know? I can add them up to equal 180. How many x's is that? What does it give me? 12. Does this question ask for x? No. What does it ask for? The angles. What are all my angles? 2 times 12, 5 times 12, and 8 times 12 gives me 24, 60, and 96. I would count points off for this. Degrees. 24 degrees, 60 degrees, and 96 degrees. Which means this is a what? Did you check to make sure those added up to 180? Okay. Questions? Can I move on? All right, last one. Pick your heads up, please. In a triangle. Let me draw that said triangle. An angle is twice as big as the first angle, while the third angle is 30 less than 4 times the first angle. We love word problems, don't we? What do we know about that first angle it tells us about?
2x.
Twice as big, 2x. And what about the third angle? 30 less than 4 times?
4x.
What is my third angle? Do you see how if you don't draw the picture, maybe you'll remember, but if you don't draw the picture, you might forget that x. That's why I have you draw it. Okay? And what do I do with all of these? And solve, please. What do we get? Malachi, you with me? Okay. Ryan, you with me? Xavier, write it down. All right, what did this question ask for? It asked for the angles. It doesn't even want me to classify, just the angles. So what do I need to do? Plug in the 30. And we just get 30 degrees. We get 60 degrees. And 90 degrees as our answer. Do y'all feel okay about triangle sum? Adding them up to 180. Super basic. Yeah, pretty easy. Just, again, people really typically don't miss these questions. If they do, it's because y'all forget to answer what I asked for. You just find X and then you move on. Okay? Close your notes, please. Close them like a book. So I know that you're ready to move on. Now we're going to go to what Gabby said earlier. The next theorem is the remote exterior angle theorem. Real quick, look at my board. I do want to preface with, what is an exterior angle? It's outside. However, look up. What if y'all had this? These are not all exterior angles. This one right here is not an exterior angle. Why? It's not adjacent. It's not a linear pair with the triangle, the interior angles. I heard, Armando, what did you just say it was? It's a vertical angle. These two angles are the same. Okay? Your exterior angle will be a linear pair, so just don't get tricked by that. So, if I asked you, what are my interior angles here? Angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3. Do y'all agree with that? What is my exterior angle here? 4. And so 4 is exterior. 1 and 2 are your remote interior angles. Do y'all see that? What does the word remote mean? And I'm not talking about with a TV.
Isolated.
Isolated, far away. So 1 and 2 are far away from that exterior angle of 4. And so you can just add them together to get angle 4. So in a triangle, the sum of the remote interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. Open up your notes. So do y'all see right here earlier? Remember how we were looking for y? Yeah. And we subtracted from 180? Yeah. But what could we have done? What Gabby was talking about is we could have just said, hey, add those together. You don't need to subtract from 180 twice. It just ends up being the same thing. So let's look at example 1 on the bottom. How do we find the value of y for this problem? Add them together. What is 45 plus 80? What do I get for y? 125 degrees. You just add them together. What about example 2? These two I would add together, but since that's not working out, I'm going to subtract them. 125 minus 52. Say it louder. 73. Don't forget your degree sign. So what would you do here? Did I go too fast with those two? Are we all okay with that? Okay. What would we do here? X plus 15 plus 48. My two interior angles add up to equal my exterior. And then please solve. Remember when x is on different sides, you subtract. I'm going to subtract the littler x. And I'm also going to get rid of this 7 all in one step. Are y'all okay with me doing that all in one step? What does it ask for? X, so I'm done. Are we cool? Easy peasy lemon squeezy? Okay. Can I move on? Look at number 4. Anybody want to take a shot at number 4? I want to know what is the measure of angle B. Oh, everybody star this. It's a test question. So we can't assume that it's equilateral. Although you're right, this would be 60. I don't know that those are both 60.
Wouldn't we make a limit there?
We could, but that's not going to help us in this case. Yes. I mean, you're right, but I don't want any blanks. What does angle B equal? We don't have enough information. What do you want to guess, Jason? Angle C minus angle A. What's angle C? What's angle A? That's all I know. Now, let me pause. Everybody look. Over here, do you agree I gave you the outside and one inside? What did you do? You subtracted them. Look at the board. I gave you the outside and one inside. You subtracted them. Here, I gave you an outside and an inside. I want to know that one. Subtract them. Is it weird that I don't have enough numbers and things like that? Yes, I agree. That's why I'm doing this one with you. Because I don't like how this question is going to be asked on the test. But the district's making us. So, this is it. That's the answer. You don't have enough information. If I had a number for X, you could keep going, but I don't. Okay, let's do 5. How do I find C here? Subtract. Your outside is what? Exterior is 6x plus 24 minus, what's your remote interior? What is that going to give me? 2x plus 24 is the answer. I know it's weird because you leave it as an equation, but it's still right. Your exterior minus your interior. What if I gave you 2 interiors? You would add them. It's weird. I would agree. You're going to practice it to get better at that. Can I change this? All right. We have 12 minutes. In those 12 minutes, I would like you to glue in. Y'all are going to have to share glues. They're missing. I had 10 in there. They're gone. Glue in page 25, and then you can start your homework. I had people finish homework. 12 minutes isn't too much, but you can definitely finish the front. Can you pass these out while you're at your desk? Just give one to everybody. Yes. No, because you can't assume X. We don't know what X is. You can't assume those are the same.